you're jumping on live, welcome. I'm doing a daily collective. We always start it at 3 minutes, so we'll just wait for those who are going to come on live to come on to tune in and watch this now. If you're watching this after the live, the timestamp is below. And I wonder what Spirit has for us today, so let's keep going forward. Keep going forward. Why did I say that? There is a feeling of like needing to be really positive right now because things are definitely looking up, definitely. So we'll wait for 3 minutes. We'll wait for more people to jump on before I literally start the live. I'll just hold those thoughts there. It's got about 1.5 minutes before we start. Please like the feed. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Oh, I work in a very dusty place, so. Thank you, Sinj. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Ermel. I hope you can stay online and watch this collective. I'm going to do the cards a little different today. I'm going to do the spread a little bit different. So this is not one of my live free reading channel reads. That will be next week, and it will be in the PM, not in the AM. Okay, so I'm started doing this, so it'll be a week of this sort of reading with the collective daily. I'll also do that on next week as well, but we'll do AM and PM next week, not just in the AM. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, those cards are definitely ready. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to take a sneak peek. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start this in about 10 seconds. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so it's 3 minutes and the timestamp will be below at 3 minutes. So for those jumping on after the live, you'll be able to click on that and go straight to the live, okay, straight to the reading where it starts. So there's that very optimistic feeling, very, very moving forward, getting things done, all the ducks sort of in a row, all the puzzle pieces falling into place sort of energy. I'm seeing somebody actually signing a check. So maybe you're purchasing something, maybe you are spending some money on something, but I think it's well deserved. Just be careful you don't blow any budget or anything, so just be careful with your finances. But as far as financial, we've had a few financial things in the reads this week, and I do feel that like things are looking up financially, and I've always said that the second half of 2025 was going to be more financially lucrative if you'd put like budgets and things into place at the beginning and or the first half of the year. So there's something here about, you know, budgeting money, making sure that you're not overspending, make sure that you're also treating yourself as something as well though, make sure that you are. Okay, let's have a look and see. We want to have a look at the main energy right now. I'm doing the reading a little bit differently than I did over the past few days. So I'll show you as we pull the cards. So main energy for the collective. It's more of like a Celtic cross today. The cards are flying around. I just want one, please, Spirit. We don't want like a barrage of cards coming out. I'll have to start again, you see. Okay, thank you. Okay. Right. So that's the focus. Let's have a look at any challenges you may have as well. I do like to shuffle on camera. I find it much more, especially on a live as well, I find it much more authentic. So, yeah. Wow, so we have 2 kings here, one in a challenge and one in the present. This can be your energy or it can be someone else's. It doesn't mean to say that you have to be masculine. If you're watching this reading, you can be feminine and in this masculine energy. I'm actually feeling in the masculine energy of action right now. So you can relate it to any of the elements, right? I'll explain that a little bit more in a minute. All right. So we've got focus, we've got advice, let's have a look at the blessings. Blessings, and then what you don't see coming, or what you need to know the most, actually. Let's have a look. Oh, very nice. Okay. And Spirit's going to bring forward what you don't see coming, and then at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. We will clarify this all. Okay. Let's have a look at the energy. We'll go straight to the challenge, guys, because we want to get that out of the way, but it will tie the reading together, and there will be things and elements in the main reading that will pull us back to the challenge. So the challenge is the King of Cups. Now, perhaps you've got a masculine water sign in your life that is a challenge right now. So this could be a partner, this could be someone at work, but the King of Cups is definitely like in a more emotional sense. So it could be more like a family member, or more like a lover, or a husband, or a wife. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a man. Okay, it can be like a female that's exhibiting a lot of masculine energy, which means, and I was going to explain that, perhaps they're exhibiting some sort of masculine energy in one of the elements. So they're more assertive in their communication. That would be the King of Air. They're more heartfelt on a very mature level in the Cups energy, or more action packed in the King of Wands. So you get my drift here. Okay, so this could be a challenge. So we're going to clarify this. So this person could be a challenge, or maybe you're sitting in this energy and you're feeling your emotions are very challenging right now. Okay, someone could, ooh, wow. Okay, one more. There could be somebody that has been a challenge, and they're standing more so in a mature energy in regards to relationships. So if you've had a challenge in your romantic relationship, there's definitely more clarity coming in. There's more open-hearted, loving feelings coming in, and it may be because this person has stood back. So if you're separated, or if there's been discord within your relationship, there's more clarity coming in here, and they're coming in to say what they feel. They may have just needed some time alone or time apart. Okay, and let's see what else we could have here with this challenge. So perhaps you've had a challenge in the recent past of understanding how you feel on an emotional level, and now you're ready to speak out. And this could have been because you've meditated, prayed, you've really done a deep dive. We do have that moon energy, and you know, you've come to some sort of conclusion, and you're very clear, and you're possibly wanting to go towards someone and apologize, or this could be someone apologizing to you. But this is like, for those of, this is their story. This could be someone you could have been separated from as well, or someone you've had like an argument with or a fight with that's coming in. I don't like to do baseline tarot, but over the past couple of days I've just wanted to keep it like simple as possible, because I haven't been feeling like I needed to do, you know me, if you know me, I do quite a lot of deep readings. So let's have a look. Main energy. We've got the King of Air. Now, this is someone who speaks their mind. They're very mature in their energy. They know what they want. They mean what they say, and they say what they mean. They're very confident. They also are someone other people go to for advice, possibly even professional advice. They're very mentally balanced and emotionally, you know, balanced also. It's just nice because we've got it next to the King of Cups. So if you've been feeling very like off kilter, you're getting very, very clear, especially with the Ace of Swords being between these two cards, okay, what it is you really, really want. It can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that you are dealing with, or you could be this person. We also have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have Pisces energy here with the High Priestess as well. We have we have triple Pisces in this reading. We also have Leo. Perhaps you are ready to say exactly what you feel. I'm feeling a lot of love energy with this reading. I mean, this can be like a love a love reading for somebody, okay? Relate it to love if it's your story. You've got the Knight of Wands here, so the Knight of Wands is bringing passionate messages in. So knights are messages and pages are usually news. What else do we have? You're very clear on what you're passionate about, or even who you're passionate about. There's a lot of court cards in this energy, so you could be very considerate, I want to say, with the King of Water, and also very straightforward with your speech right now. And then we have the King of Swords. That's just clarifying what I'm saying. You could be dealing with a group of people in the workplace, in the family place. We also have this Knight of Wands, so that's exciting information coming in. Maybe you're bringing this excitement information. Maybe it's about a child. Maybe your boss has come to you and said, I want you to learn something new, or maybe you're taking it upon yourself to start a new project or learn something new or study. So there's a really strong group energy, like group dynamics here within the workplace. Team building, teamwork, getting along with others. And then we have this moon energy here. I wanted to pull another card because we have so many court cards. There's something here about fear. Perhaps you're afraid to either bring some information forward. You may be afraid to start something new for fear of failure. But I feel that if that's the case, you're just going to go for it anyway because you are very determined. The King of Swords is very confident and very determined. There could also be someone supporting you, or even like in a family saying, yeah, go do this, like that would be so good for you. Or, you know, you could be supporting a child and saying, yes, that's a good thing for you to go to college and study. So the moon energy, especially with what we don't see coming, there's something coming up about this dynamic, whether it's a group dynamic, whether you're, you know, starting college, university, whether you've got some exciting news in the mail or via email. There's something that you're very determined about, and there is people supporting this, because on the split there we had the Ten of Cups. So it's very much like a family, or your work family, okay? And a lot of people around you. This is really supportive of group endeavors and doing things together. Okay, let's move on, especially because we got this Three of Cups, and in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck there's three people celebrating. So this is a celebration, and this is what you need to be focusing on. Spirit is really asking you to go forward and push forward with anything you're determined and confident about, because you will succeed and you will be able to get through that study or get through that project or start that new thing. So don't be afraid of failure. All signs point here to you will be successful. And the Three of Cups is a celebration. So Spirit wants you to really celebrate your life right now. There's some amazing things coming in, and we'll find out. I'm really interested in this moon, what you don't see coming. We'll talk about that in a second. But the Three of Water is this Hierophant energy. So this is getting really, really disciplined here, celebrating life. This could be something at work that you're celebrating. This is your bosses maybe being noticed at work as well. This could also talk about a celebration that you're going to, possibly over the weekend, if that's for you. Like there could be a baby shower, or like a wedding, graduation, birth announcement. And this is also like saying, because it's focused, the Spirit saying the need to have more fun and to be dedicated in your life, to be able to, you know, make sure that that slice of your life, that social slice, has got some excitement and joy in it, okay? You may even be connecting with people from the past. You could maybe even bump into someone from the past. Six of Cups is very soulmate energy as well. Perhaps, you know, if you get an invitation this weekend, guys, and you don't want to go, Two of Wands in the reverse, Spirit is saying, no, you need to get ready and you need to go out, okay? Go out and have fun, because you never know who you're going to meet, especially if you're single, okay? There's some sort of soul path destined for you here. You are being possibly really magnetized towards doing something, especially with these two King of Swords. The Spirit's saying, you know, you really need to do this. And it could be a spiritual path. It could be starting a spiritual channel, or visiting a spiritual retreat, and then you're meeting people there that are meant to be on your soul path. This could be so many different things. But whatever you're intuitively being led to, stay disciplined to that cause. It is part of your soul path, and there is a celebration surrounding it. So that's your focus. And then the 10 of fire, the 10 of wands, is advice. Spirit saying, you know, you may be taking on too much. Which one of those 10 wands or 2 or 3 of those ones can you drop right now? Okay. Too much work and no play here makes, what's the saying? Too much work and no play makes something a dull boy, or anyway. So there's something here to maybe accept help from others. If you are overloaded with things at work, or shopping and cleaning the house, or maybe your partner can help you, maybe you can ask for help and assistance. I do feel that there's so many people around you right now, and you can get support here. There may be something here about your life being completely out of balance. Maybe stress-related concerns. And you know, we're in Aquarius timeline. You don't have to finish everything you start, guys, okay? So, you know, move on to something if it's just too much or not floating your boat. Let's clarify. This is Spirit's advice to put down anything you really don't need to do right now. Possibly to avoid a tower. 10 of fire, tower inverse is very much so accident related. So be very careful. You're not rushing around, running around, crossing the road without watching where you're going. You could trip, you could fall, and for God forbid, you could have some sort of accident, especially if you're driving. So be very, very careful. You're not rushing around. Reprioritize your day, especially over this weekend. And you don't want to do something something could happen. So to avoid a catastrophe, a possible accident in any which way, just be very careful here. So that's what Spirit's advising you. The star is here, very, very nice. One more card. Yeah, so this is Spirit saying, you know, drop some things and only focus on what you really, really need to do or really love to do, okay? The 5 of Cups in the reverse is here, so 5s. We've had a few 5s this week. Perhaps, well, Spirit is definitely saying if you are thinking of leaving someone or separating, and it's emotionally draining you and you're just taking on way too much, not just for yourself but for other people, and even just step back from it. There's something about healing here with the star, and really, you know, working on your heart chakra. Do some heart chakra meditation. The 10 of fire is definitely overburdened. Possibly some of you are overburdened with emotions. And, you know, it doesn't have to be about a love relationship every time, you know, we do a reading. But, you know, you could be getting over someone. If you are separated or have recently, you know, split up, you're getting over that and you're focusing more on yourself and your own healing. The High Priestess is here. I said hair. Maybe someone's getting their hair done this weekend. So the High Priestess is what you need to know the most. To learn to trust yourself, to trust your intuition, to trust what Spirit is trying to bring forward, to have patience, to know that also you have a spiritual team of angels protecting you. You are being guided to listen to your higher self. That is your self, trusting yourself more, and to just be very careful considering what you want before you go in action of anything. So this is what you need to know the most. Have patience, take your time, trust yourself, trust your guides, and all will be well. Let's clarify. And we have 2 High Priestess. They've come out twice here. Lots of Pisces energy in your reading. Trust yourself. Look after yourself right now, as always, right, though. The High Priestess is also that feminine energy. So this is what you need to know the most. Get into your intuitive feeling of just knowing what it is you want and putting yourself first in all areas over this weekend, okay? If you can spend some time on yourself, that would be great. You don't have to action anything. Maybe you just want to sit and watch a TV show that you haven't seen for a long time, or a movie on your own, and get some snacks and just, like, you know, not go anywhere. You don't have to go anywhere, okay? Yeah, You may be very interested in what's going on online or the news. I just feel it's quite simple like that. I don't want to go too deep into this. I don't think that it is that deep. Spirit's just saying no, from a health perspective as well, mental health, physical health, emotional health, when to slow down, especially with that 10 of Wands being there. Okay. All right, so your blessings. Let's have a look at your blessings. We have strength in adversity. It's that easy, okay? This is the number 11, which is weird because in this deck it's called the Strength card, but it should be the Justice card. I don't know if they made a mistake because on the Justice card in this deck is actually the number 8, which is Justice, which is Strength. Anyway, it obviously happened like that for a reason. Archangel Ariel is saying, you know, you have the strength. There's so many blessings, and Spirit is bringing you some sort of blessing here in regards to your strength, in regards to equaling things out. We will still put the Justice energy into this. If there's any adversity, if there's any issues, if there's any conflict whatsoever around you, the blessing right now is the strength to overcome adversity, okay? So yeah, that would be perfect. That's why the Empress is here, to be able to spend that time focusing back on yourself. Your strength is also forgiveness. It's also compassion. It's also Aries. It's also the Emperor, okay? You have been through a lot, guys, and this battle-hardened warrior, under his cloak, he is grounded. He is the Emperor. He is someone other people, you know, he's deserved the right to sit on that throne. He's someone others go to for advice. You have a very strong spirit team here, and you have a lot of internal strength, and that's the blessings. I think getting over that and enjoying to sit on that throne, whatever's happened to you in the past, okay, where people have backstabbed or talked about you, or there's always been some sort of conflict. I feel that you've already come over it, come out of that, but I think you're really stepping into the essence of understanding and acknowledging what you have been through. And this is the blessing. This is the blessing, the acknowledgement of how strong you have been. What else do we have? Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, ending difficult times. There's a blessing. The blessing coming in with the 10 of Swords is this new day dawning. And look what we have at the bottom of the deck. Whatever you've ruminated about, or whatever you're going to, whatever you are right now, just know what an amazing job you've done to defeat some sort of devil energy here, really, with these cards. And you're stepping into a new era, a new timeline, a new you. Right, let's have a look at the moon. So the moon, what you don't see coming is the moon. It is illusions. It is like confusion. What you don't see coming is possible fear of the unknown. So what is this moon energy? Could be also important, excuse me, important psychic insights here. It says events behind the scenes. So there's something going on behind the scenes that you can't quite see yet. Now this could be in the spiritual realm, where Spirit is preparing a table for you, I'm hearing. A table for you to sit and banquet. That would be nice. There's a lot of fears that are going to be released that have held you back. I think you're already going through this process, especially with those blessings coming up. Any like negative energy, any difficult times within your mental capacity and the way you think, the way you tell yourself certain things can't be or won't be. I think you're coming out of that into a much more balanced energy. So if you've been going through a really hard time with any sort of fear related things, it's getting going to be a lot more balanced. And you know, let's just say goodbye to the fear. Fear is definitely the illusion here. Okay, you are the magician. You can accomplish anything you want, anytime you want, with who, when, where, and what. And then you have the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck and the Nine of Cups. Let's put the Fool out as well. He's there. So something is coming in that's going to set you on a whole new pathway to a lot of emotional satisfaction, and that new book that we've kept talking about that you're going to start writing, to put yourself first. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.